What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Uncharted 5, if it's even called that. Could be called something else. Do we get an Uncharted announcement in 2024? So here's the thing. I've actually been saying this for a while. Uncharted, not dead, right? It's coming back, and it's probably coming back with her, okay? And I have no problems with that. I'm just saying, like, that's what it's leading up to. Uncharted, the movie, right? You had the movie come out. They want to make more. The script is already, I believe, done, right? They said for the second Uncharted movie. Uncharted is not a franchise you let go. And you see the sales, even back, as things were starting to pick up for PlayStation, as we saw like in the late 2010s, Uncharted's kind of leading the way. It eventually gets beaten by things like Horizon and stuff, but Uncharted is very, very powerful. And I think a new game would do outrageously well. There's also, from behind the scenes, all these rumors, and some of it has actually kind of been proven now through the Insomniac stuff. We won't go too far into it, but the idea of, Bend, right, the makers of Days Gone, they were working on it. You have the rumors of an Uncharted 1 remake, and that kind of being the idea. You had the rumors of, just a brand new Uncharted game in general. Different studios, all this talk behind the scenes. There was also, and I don't remember where it came from, but I can see it in my head. If you guys remember that one PlayStation ad with the girl that very much I think looked like her, and I mean you could argue maybe like Lara Croft, but no, I mean it was a treasure kind of hunter, right, in a cave, with a torch. I absolutely believe that was Uncharted 5. You cannot convince me otherwise, at least for right now. Maybe if I'm proven wrong later, whatever, but I think that was Uncharted 5. That hasn't happened yet, right? We saw the ad. That was a while ago, but we haven't, gotten anything from it yet. Well, I think an Uncharted's been in the works for a while, like definitely for years. Again, there's been more than enough even job postings to kind of indicate something is totally happening, right? Naughty Dog assisting on this project that's kind of near and dear to them and then letting the studio kind of have it. This is Uncharted we're talking about, right? And it's not going to be made from Naughty Dog. Maybe they got them started, kind of set them on the right path, and then kind of let them go. So I wanted to, that's the first part of this video because I just want to make it pretty clear. And maybe I put the clown makeup on or whatever. Uncharted 5 is happening, or a new Uncharted, whatever you want to call it, right? That's totally in the works. Now, does it get announced in 2024? 2024, when you think about it, you got Final Fantasy, and that's the big one, right? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but that's not them. Death Stranding 2, that's a big one. That's not them either. And that's not a negative. I am looking forward to both of them very, very much. Final Fantasy a little bit more, but I think they're going to have a great year. Games like Stellar Blade, right? I think they can do really well. Okay, well, what about their own things? Well, I think they got plenty cooking up. But just because, they don't have the most teams in the world, Xbox obviously really massively overtook them in that regard. They have to kind of space them out. And you're going to, I think, have, especially with games taking 5-6 years to make, you're going to have periods of time where you don't get announcements, you don't get reveals, you don't get games coming out, right? I think 2024 is going to actually be the year of announcements. And that's something we talked about, in past videos. While they don't have anything, I think you're going to get announcements for the future. I think 2024 is Ghost of Tsushima 2's year. Not coming out, but being announced. I think it makes perfect sense. I think Uncharted makes perfect sense. I think Sony Ben's game makes perfect sense. I think Blue Point. I mean, I could keep going. So many of their studios have been quiet for so long, and we know they're making one, maybe they're even making 2 games at a time, right? So I really do believe 2024 is the year of a lot of stuff. And so, yeah, am I reaching? Well, of course I am, right? These are kind of speculation videos, but when you have a year that I think is empty of first-party releases, and again, that's not a massive. I don't look at that as a negative. I play games to play games. I don't really care, where they come from. I'm just stating, right, from PlayStation Studios, there's not much, if anything, right, that's coming out in 2024. Okay, but I do think it's a year where you start to envision the roadmap. In fact, if you go to Xbox, you do have a pretty okay roadmap. You have games that you can theorize. You have the Blades of the world, the Indiana Jones, Fable, State of Decay. You have games that are years away, but, you could kind of place them or figure out, 2, 3, 4 years, here's some of the games you'll be playing. PlayStation, you can theorize them. Ghost of Tsushima 2 is coming in the next, 2, 3 years, but it's not even announced yet, right? So I think 2024 fixes that problem. The reaching part would be, all of that I think is actually pretty concrete. The reaching part would be to say, Uncharted 5. But I think it's going to happen. I think you need kind of a big announcement, several big announcements in 2024. Can you imagine a state of play? Well, it wouldn't be a state, I guess it'd be PlayStation Showcase, right? You do your annual PlayStation Showcase. You show something from Insomniac. You show Ghost of Tsushima 2 as a teaser. You show Uncharted as a teaser and more. I mean, like I said, you could list off the Blue Points or the Bens of the world. There's a lot they can do, not in releases, But to get people excited for 25, 26, 27, right? Let's take those 3 years, which really, those are the last 3 years before the PS6 comes out, right? So you have to start bracing, I guess, even for that. I think that's what 2024 is. So, I'm not a betting man. I mean, I don't literally bet money. I say it all the time, but I don't actually do it. I think it's pretty darn possible that you could go into 2025. We're standing here January 1st, 2025, and saying that we saw a new Uncharted game in 24. I think it happens. I honestly would predict that it's pretty likely, along with Ghost of Tsushima 2. Ghost 2, I've been confident for a while on that one. Uncharted, more new, but I think it makes a lot of sense as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.